What is going on, people? What are you telling me? What do you think of the new thumbnail, by the way? What do you think? I think the girl on the left, the far left and the far right look good, yeah, but I think like the girl in the middle looks like a dude with a wig on. There's nothing wrong with that, obviously, or for diversity and inclusion on this channel, but when you've asked for something, look at her neck, fam, and she looks like she lifts cars with her neck. Anyway, what are we getting into in today's video? I don't know if this will be one video or a series of videos or a string of videos, because the deeper I dived into this, I just thought there was more and more to unpack, and I don't really want to rush it. I can just let it out over time as a series of videos if that's what it needs to be, if I don't get for everything. But what we're going to do is we're going to be assessing the best snipers, the best category of snipers. So I've put this into YouTube snipers, competitive snipers, and pro players or CDL players. I'll be assessing them in their respective environments. 4 categories: skill, knowledge, moldability, and consistency. Maximum of 3 points for each, minimum of 1 point. And then, so all in all, by the end of it, you can have a maximum of 12 points and a minimum of 4 points. Now, in this, I'm going to exclude PC players just because in a competitive environment, it's more controller based for CDL and for competitive snipers. So, yeah, that's how we'll be doing it. I'll be assessing. Actually, yeah, let's get into it. The first up is YouTube snipers, and we'll be going through the skill category. So when I'm looking at them, I'm looking at content creation, gameplay, and montage kind of oriented things. So for skill, the first one, the subcategory is diversity. What I mean is playstyle, aggression versus being reserved. I don't really think YouTube snipers have a reserve. I feel like you have to be aggressive. Now you get 2 or 3 kills, you want the 4th, you want the 5th. You want to streak or you want to get kills in quick succession. You don't really care about staying at the back of the map and watching over your teammates. You need that entertainment factor, and you need to be pushing for that, in my opinion. And then we've got accuracy, all round versus adjusted. Now, all round is hitting any shot, anywhere, any place. Adjusted is places you're used to hitting. So someone's coming out of a spawn trap, you're used to kind of hitting those shots. You're used to where the placement's going to be. And I feel like YouTube snipers are more adjusted and not all round. I don't feel like you can hit any shot anytime. And then you've got traditional sniping versus quickscoping. Again, with the aggression that YouTube snipers need to have, I don't really think there's time for traditional sniping. I just think there's time for the quickscoping aspect. With all that in mind, I'm going to give YouTube snipers a 2 for the skill category. Next is competitive snipers. Again, assessing them in a comp sniping environment. I think the importance of shot, map placement, and teamwork is more important with the comp snipers and the pro players. So diversity, playstyle, aggression versus reserved. I feel like you have to have both. I don't think one can be more dominant than the other, although you have the kill haul snipers in the team that will just run around and just be mad aggressive. So yeah. Accuracy, all round versus adjusted. Again, I think the shots for comp snipers are all round. You have to be able to hit anything, anywhere, because sometimes you're trapped and you don't really have a choice. And then traditional sniping versus quickscoping. I don't really think I can judge traditional sniping with comp snipers. I can only judge the quickscoping. But what I can judge from the quickscoping is phenomenal accuracy. So with all that in mind, for the skill category, I'm gonna give competitive snipers 3. Next is the CDL or pro players, and I'm going to be assessing them in an S&D environment, actually, not in a respawn game mode environment, because I think that would be kind of silly. You know, regardless of who you are or what you think, I don't really care. If you run around with a sniper in a respawn game mode versus pro players, you're going to get smacked. I don't care who you are. So playstyle, aggressive versus reserved. I think they are more reserved, although they do run around the map and make the pushes when you have to clutch. I do think it is more of a reserved playstyle, especially for a S&D environment. Accuracy, all-round versus adjusted. It will have to be an all-round assessment, because they just have to hit their shots, because this is so much more important with the amount of money they're playing for. Traditional sniping versus quickscoping. I'd say they're more better traditional snipers. They're better to, you know, lay at the back of the map, pick people off, call people out, and play like that. Although they can quickscope, I feel nervous when I'm watching CDL players quickscope. I just don't feel like their sensitivity and everything's as high as it needs to be for them to be as aggressive as they need to be. So for the skill category for pro players, I'm going to give them a 2. Now, I think I will go into the rest of the categories in another video, because I've gone on for a little bit and this video's coming near enough to a close. So closing out this video, for the skill category, YouTube snipers are on 2, competitive snipers are on 3, and the pro snipers are on 2. We will pick this back up in probably next week's video. I do think this is going to be longer than I think. I think there's just more to unpack than I ever thought. But good, more videos for you lot and more analysis for me, I guess. If you've liked the video, like, subscribe. If you have any thoughts on what I've said or you think I've missed anything, let me know. In a bit.
Excellently done, gentlemen. Excellently